that really lasted. Well, I stayed out. I had put a fan trying to clean it out. I even, to clear the air in here, it's a small studio, you can kind of see. Um, so I put a fan and tried to clear out the fumes and everything. I didn't know that she was going to do that. Well, I couldn't have done anything anyway. They demand to come in, and they will. And this includes the manager. I was just up there, and I find that being nice doesn't pay off. Pay off is better if you say nothing. Absolutely nothing. I've told them, everybody. I was told by someone who committed a crime, and he was working as maintenance. There's where the problem comes in. They can get to maintenance, and that's a whole ball of wax there. But he actually told me, look, this was Holland's Motel. It's owned by the Patels, and it's out in Troutville or Cloverdale, right near Roanoke here. He said they put gas under the air conditioning unit and made me so sick. This just a few years ago. And this is how they run me. And he said to me, he said, there's not anybody around here in Botetourt County and all around that doesn't know you're allergic to chemicals. And he laughed at what they were doing to me. It's been a joke. So I've given you names, and I'm back here. All these people should be sued. And this is just a part of it. There's a place out in Troutville where I actually lived on the trail, and they all around here know about it. They used to write about it in the Roanoke Times, and they wrote about my real identity, only they would put half truths. They wrote about the murders, mind control murders, and Kennedy, John Kennedy, his father, remember, his grandfather helped kidnap me. And he actually come up on the trail, and this was in 93, I believe. It was the old trail. And I thought it was a double. And he comes up, because I thought, he wouldn't be out there, but then if he's getting a laugh out of, and that's what he said. He came up, I watched him come up the trail from Mountain Pass Road. It's a mile and a half, and I was at Full Art Knob. Hadn't eaten, no clothes, starved, people running me back and forth, and me showing them Hustler magazine because Larry Flint was shot in the mind control murders, and I'd run in a political campaign, so it's kind of easy to see that when I say I couldn't get jobs, and my jobs were gotten to, I guess I needed Edward Snowden there beside me, but then they call him names, don't they? So anyway, John Kennedy, and it was him. He came up. I said, you look like John Kennedy. He said, well, that's who I am. And he had the guy that was supposed to be his best friend. And he had a backpack on, and he had come, I guess, from Boston. I don't remember him telling me. But remember, he had the magazine George, where this country stole it from us in the beginning. That wasn't enough. They took down my father, replaced my father with their monarch, illegal George VI, my uncle. They kidnapped me, the legal heir, Victoria II. They have illegal treaty signed so they can put their military bases all over British soil. So I guess that's the April Fool joke. Just one of the times that time they put antifreeze in me, but they've done so much to me and my sons, Mark and Scott, who are the heirs, not the little William and Kate and Charles and Camilla or any of that. They're a bunch of crooks. Sold out Great Britain, and there's so many charges that should be brought in all this. But over the last years, my body, I may be 75 years old, but I could have been a heck of a lot better off than what I am because of the chemicals. I didn't have leg problems. My legs were always okay until I was at Joseph's Dream in Bedford. And I'm going to try to quit because this is ongoing. This is what's been done with it. Okay, Mower is a black minister out of Washington, North Carolina. And this is, Section 8 is federally funded, or a part. So it should fall under federal law. This is Melinda's Way Melody, and it's a bunch of them owned by Moore. This happens to be in Christiansburg, next to Virginia Tech over there. And I'm going to go back to, he owned the one I was at over in Bedford, Joseph's Dream. And that's where Brenda Ellis was manager. And believe me, they were part of the whole thing. She's probably still there too. So none of these people have suffered consequences other than they've kept their jobs, unlike the people at the Beverly Hills out there where they're picketing and boycotting. Nobody's boycotted on my behalf, and the employees have actually helped kill me by using poison chemicals and stuff to clean, and in the air conditioning that I've had to inhale it. So my lungs and everything are in bad. My quality of life has been hell. And they've gone on with their lives. Anyway, I did want to finish this about Joseph's dream. One of the women, I don't know who she was, Beverly. I don't think she was even supposed to live there, Section 8. But she did come and tell me, and she wanted to go outside to tell me, so I assumed that the place was bugged. And if you stop and think of who I am and what they're doing, you know it's bugged. But you don't dare say something's bugged, or else, wow. My legs have been hurting since I've been there, stinging and really hurting. And she says, you know, they're putting stuff into the vents and air conditioning that's causing your veins and vascular system to break and shut down. And that she wouldn't talk to me after that. So I'm going to say this, my legs, I wonder, because this is making me soak up chemicals where I've managed to live, and has been ongoing. So my body has taken a hit day after day. The woman, when I had to leave Joseph's Way, I was so sick I couldn't stand up what they were doing. And believe me, everybody around there knew it. I called Corporate Suites. I didn't know it was part of Affordable. He's a Jew that owns it. Lance is his name. And I called it, and it's a newer one of his. And it's nice enough, really. But they're killing me, so it's not nice to me. But she told me, she says, well, my brother, she's a black woman, and she said, my brother's a policeman at Bedford. You come on over here, and we'll take good care of you. Well, they did. Let me tell you, good to her meant something else. I brought my belongings over, and I'd managed to starve, and this is the only shoes since I've had since then. I'd managed to save $2,400, which I hadn't seen in so long, and it took a lot to do it. And I had it checked in here, and I'm back here again now because I had to come here because this is just ongoing what they're doing to me. The law's involved. I don't have anybody to call. I can't get an attorney. So anyway, without getting into what all that happened to me during the few months I was here 2 years ago at Corporate Suites, every bit of the money was gone, and the few things I had gotten while I was here, I had to end up throwing them in the garbage can. I was suddenly gone, and I had been made so sick while I was here. I don't know how I've lived from day to day. And she was really cruel, Roberta. Now then, I'm going to skip where I've been in between. I stayed 14 months at Quality Airport Inn. New people came in, the Patels, started renovating it and everything, which you can say, well, we can understand that. But you should see what they did to me. I won't even try to say it. And it wasn't fun the other months I lived there. I mean, I sucked in chemicals. It was older, and I was force-fed them there. What can I say? And I'll go ahead and say it. Sonny was the maintenance. All these people would have to be put up and under the threat of perjury. And who's going to do it? Your people that investigate are telling them to do it. Your law enforcement. So I'm here, and I've told them the manager's name is Debbie McKay. At least that's on the card up there. She's very aware of what's going on. It does no good to